Abie's Irish Rolls.
What are you laughing at?
What am I laughing? I'm just laughing. What's the matter? There's a law against that. Yes, here it is, folks. Green, America's largest selling shampoo, once again brings you that lovable, laughable show, Ann Nichols' Abie's Irish Rolls. And now for tonight's visit with the Murphys and the Levies. Well, since the two fathers have made their New Year's resolutions to stop fighting, they've been pretty good about it. But how long it will last, nobody knows. There is only one fly in the ointment. Abie is working for Flanagan and Rosenberg in Jersey City. And, worse than that, he has a contract. Solomon needs Abie in his store. And unless something is done fast, there won't be a Solomon Levy department store. Our scene opens immediately following last week's program. It's the little apartment of Rosemary and Abie, where we find Patrick and Solomon and the Cohen.
So, you have a contract for a year, huh? Well, Sol and I are going to break that contract, Abie. Your father needs you at the Solomon Levy department store, and by jingoes, you're coming back to him.
Well, don't you suppose I'd rather work for my father than for Flanagan and Rosenberg? But I can't get away, Mr. Murphy. I'm tied up with them for a whole year.
Well, by the time we're through with Flanagan and Rosenberg, that contract will be untied by Murphy and Levy, won't it, Sol?
Well, a contract is a contract, Pep, and I'm thinking...
I'll do your thinking for you. Just leave that to me.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I do.
I hope you do.
What do you mean by that, Crack?
Since I hope without cracking. I didn't mean anything. But I do, Mr. Murphy.
You do you?
Yes, I do. I'm not letting you get Solomon into any more trouble.
I get him into trouble. I'm only trying to help him out.
Why don't you stop that out business? Try to help him in. Then you'll be doing something? Mama, when you talk to him, shut up. Now, Mr. Murphy, I'm warning you. As Solomon's lawyer, I'm warning you. You can't make them break Abie's contract. Stay away from the Flanagan and Rosenberg department store. And stay away from Jersey City. You only succeed in making fools of yourself. Yeah, they don't have to leave the Bronx for that.
Listen, Pep, I appreciate from my heart you wanting to help me out. From the bottom of it, I appreciate it.
Well, I do, Sol. I do want to help you. And that comes from the bottom of my heart, too.
I know it does, Pep.
So now that your hearts have both reached their bottoms, let's go home.
Well, Pep, I guess home would be more sensible than Jersey City.
Dad.
Yes, Abel?
Dad, I wish I could come back to the store. But I honestly never thought you'd be wanting me back. And there was Rosemary and the twins. I had to take that job, baby.
I know, Abel. It ain't your fault. All the fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Oh, Papa Levy, isn't there something you can do about it until Abie can come back? Borrow money or something. Anything to keep going. His contract only runs for a year.
A year, she says. The next week they're advising him to go into bankruptcy.
That, Mrs. Cohen, I will never do.
I know that, Solomon. I said it to Casey.
No, sir. I'll sell my house, my furniture, my everything I got before I'll do that. I should pay everything and keep my flags flying.
You're a great man, Solomon.
Thank you, Pep.
Dad, you've always taught me that deeds speak louder than words.
To be sure I have.
Well, then why don't you do something for Papa Levy? You have a lot of money. Now, why don't you let him have some of it?
Will you listen to that? Why don't I let him have some of my money?
Yes, Dad. Why be so stingy about
Listen,
it?
Rosalie.
No, I won't listen. I think it's a shame.
Capsula, listen. I don't want your papa's money. He offered it to me today as much as I needed.
He did?
He did.
I did. So take the wind out of your sails.
But, well, why wouldn't you take it, Papa Levy?
He didn't take it because Because he's a schnuckel.
Who's a schnuckel? Listen, I didn't refuse the offer because I'm a schnuckel, but because it would be like taking money from a baby.
Oh, you think I don't know an honest man when I see him?
Sure you do, but you ain't got good sense to throw money away.
Who's throwing money away?
You're throwing money away, and I ain't going to let you do it.
Whose money is it?
It's your money, and I'm going to see that you keep it.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter with you?
What's happened to your New Year's resolution? Besides, you two ain't got nothing to fight about.
Why, sure we have. I want him to take the money.
And I wouldn't do it.
You're crazy.
And you're a schmegegim, and it's a blocking a cough.
And what?
Technically, you know what I said? I said you was cracked in the head. But that ain't your fault.
Certainly not. Maybe when it was a child, they dropped him on it.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Is that so?
Now, wait a minute. Don't get mad again. You know something, Pep? I think they dropped me on mine head, too.
Oh, Papa Levy, why won't you let Dad help you?
Now, listen, Capsular. No good money should be thrown after bad. A year is a long time to keep on losing business. If Abel didn't have that contract, it would be fine. But he's with Flanagan and Rosenberg.
You're in the soup? Come on, Papa. I want to go home. I am tired, and you should be in bed.
She's tired and I should be in bed. Ain't that something?
Come on, Isaac.
But I'm not finished here yet.
And what do you have to finish? Solomon is finished already.
Now, listen, darling, you go home. I've got to see that Solomon gets into no more trouble. Don't you realize I'm his lawyer?
I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't go home until you come along with me.
Please, sweetheart, I wouldn't be long. Now, here's your coat. You're tired, darling.
So, all right. So I'll go. I am tired.
Sure you are.
Good night, Rosa and Abel, and the rest of you.
Good night.
Good night, Mamala. Good night. I wouldn't be out late, Mamala. I'll be glad to see my bed tonight, too.
If you're out late, you wouldn't see your bed tonight. I'll lock you out. So be home in an hour. Would she really lock you out? Oh, of course she wouldn't. Mamala's awfully sweet.
Mamala can be awfully sour, too. Now, where was we?
We were going around in circles getting nowhere quick.
Abie, what kind of men are Flanagan and Rosenberg?
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Murphy, I haven't seen much of either one of them.
Well, don't they come to the store?
Oh, yes, sure. They're at the store every day, but I guess I just don't happen to run into them.
Well, you met them when they hired you, didn't you?
Yes, but that was only for a moment. You see, Stinky Cassidy took me over there because the bank had recommended me.
But I always meet all the people in my store and get to know them personally.
Well, Dad, Flanagan and Rosenberg don't.
But how can they keep in business?
Oh, they have an efficiency expert. He looks after things.
And is he over you or under you, Abie?
I don't know yet. At least he leaves me entirely alone, if that's what you mean. Is it, Dad?
I am so mixed up, I don't know what I mean. An efficiency expert. In your business, do you have one of those things, Pep?
I certainly do. One of the best.
Is that so? Who is it?
Who is it? It's me.
Well, here's your house, Isaac.
Do you think you'll get in all right? Mrs. Cohen gave you an hour to be home, and it's 3 hours already.
Sure. If that was my only worry, I wouldn't worry. It's you, too. Please, I'm begging you. Don't go to Jersey City. Will you promise me that?
Will you please stop worrying, Isaac?
Go home and get a good night's sleep. I'm needing it, too.
So am I. Come on, Sal. We can both think better in the morning.
You sure you can get in, Isaac? Are you sure Mama wouldn't hen tickle you?
Sure, I'm sure. Go home and sleep the cobwebs out of from your brain.
Good night, Isaac.
Good night, Mr. Cohen.
Good night, boys. Oh, she did it again. Oh. Well. started raining, I'll be wet to the skin. Won't you have a little pity? I wanna come home. And I know my heart don't want to be alone.
Well, poor little Cohen, locked out in the cold. But we know Mama Lou will let him in the house eventually. But what about the two fathers and Flanagan and Rosenberg? Well, more about that later. But first, tonight when you brush your hair before you go to bed, take a good honest look in your mirror. See whether your hair really is the crowning glory it should be or just hair. Then, unless you're perfectly satisfied, make up your mind that tomorrow you'll get a bottle of our new improved Special Dream and give your hair a good shampoo. Because unless you've been using Special Dream, you've probably never seen your hair at its best. For Special Dream does something no soap or soap shampoo can do. It reveals every bit of the natural luster and color brilliance. The reason is that Special Dream never leaves any dulling film on hair, as all soaps do. Instead, it reveals up to 33% more luster. And now that Special Dream has been improved with added hair conditioner, it leaves hair far silkier, smoother, and easier to manage right after shampooing. If you haven't tried Dream lately, you'll be amazed. We know of no other shampoo that leaves hair so lustrous and yet so easy to manage. Only Special Dream with hair conditioner. So don't wait to try this wonderful improved shampoo with the extra beauty benefits. Ask your beauty shop to use it. And be sure to specify Special Dream with hair conditioner. And now back to Abie's Irish Rose. It's the next morning in the Cohen home. Here we find Popula and Pamela.
Hi. Gesund sollst du sein. Wachsen sollst du.
This is all your fault, Mamala. Making me sit out on those stone steps all night.
It wasn't all night. It was only a half hour. And anyhow, you had no business to be out so late. Here. Take this medicine.
No.
Come on, take it. Take it before I open the mouth for you and put it in.
Zur Gesundheit.
Open it. You open it.
There. Where did you get that stuff? It's awful.
It's good. It's good enough for this morning. If you ain't better, I'll send for the doctor. Now I'm going downstairs.
Please, Mama, stay with me. I don't want to be alone.
You didn't want me last night, so you can do without me this morning.
Will you call Solomon for me?
No.
But if they go to Jersey City, I ought to go with them.
I don't care what you ought to do. You're going to stay in bed. I don't care if Solomon and Patrick Murphy go to Jericho.
Oh,
Miss.
Yes? Yes?
We are calling on Mr. Flanagan and Mr. Rosenberg.
Have you an appointment?
Well, not exactly.
Then I'm afraid you can't see anybody.
Listen here, my good woman. This is Solomon Levy of the Solomon Levy Department Store in the Bronx.
It wouldn't make any difference if he was Marco Polo. You have to have an appointment.
Marcus